What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, back for another video. And in this video, we're gonna do December time machine for KDP. So what does that mean? That means that we're gonna go back last year to December to see what the hottest selling KDP books were on the platform. And we're gonna do that by using a very special tool. So I'm super fired up for this video to see what we gotta prepare for Q4. I hope you're fired up. Let's do this. All right, guys and girls, here we are in Helium 10, my absolute best and favorite tool to do time machine with. So let's go back in time, see what sold well. Real quick and fast, all we got to do is go to product research, black box, and I'm going to enter the secret sauce here really fast so that we can get through this like wildfire. So we got books selected here, and here's the real secret sauce. We go to advanced filters. We want to select best sales period, go back to 2020, select December 2020, hit search, and poof, there we have the results. Now, all I want to do here is sort by monthly revenue, and I want to see the top selling books last year here at the top. The top book was Green Lights. It looks like the Matthew McConaughey story, 185K, but we don't really care too much about that. We want to see what's sold in terms of Christmas books and or some kind of niche that was hot. How to Catch a Unicorn, always popular. Amelia Bedelia. The Book of Unusual Knowledge, 67,000, which is pretty interesting that that sold that much. History of the World Map by Map. Let's see what we find. A Game of Thrones was up there. Dessert Recipes. Complete Cooking for Two. Ready Player One, a novel. So I'm guessing that that movie had just come out. What's it like to be a bird, from flying, nesting to eating? So bird books are hot. How to Draw Cool Stuff. That's awesome. That goes to show drawing books are particularly hot during Christmas. $37,000 in total sales, which is excellent. Let's go to the next page, see if we start to see any Christmas themed books here that could particularly give us a clue about what sells hot during Christmas. The Pioneer Woman Cooks, which is kind of interesting. My Magical Words, another cookbook. So cookbooks are always hot, which brings me, a lot of people always ask the question, should I do a cookbook? You know, cookbooks can tend to be very difficult to sell, and that's primarily because of the fact you have so much competition and there's a lot of them out there. Here's a cool book, a mythology, but also the art of mixology. So a lot of people mixing drinks. I mentioned in the last month's time machine that it would be cool to see a book or a lot of drinking cocktail book for the holiday. I think that would do really well because people are obsessed with drinks, and what better way than to do pictures of drinks, which sounds like it's completely stupid, but curse word books sell really well. So books about getting totally shit-faced from an adult perspective, I think that would sell extremely well to adults. Mix in some cursing, mix in getting shit-faced and things like that. And I think you got a bestseller on hand. Now, I know a lot of people were like, Liz, what in the hell are you thinking? And I'm thinking from the perspective of a heavy drinker or somebody that just enjoys social drinks. That would work really well. I think a lot of people would buy that for their friends, family, and relatives that do drink a lot. And so I talked a little bit about it in November. If you haven't seen November, I highly recommend that. Here we have the Wild Unknown Tarot Deck and Guidebook. So again, a tarot card coloring book would do fantastic. Something of that nature would do excellent. Here we got large print word search puzzles, and you might wonder, why are these print search word puzzles selling so well in December? Because it's a perfect gift for grandma. It's a stocking stuffer. You can give to grandma, grandpa, whoever in the hell else likes large print, kids that are blind as bats, all that good stuff will work. Here with the Necromom, I have no idea what the hell that says. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it, but it's a cookbook. A pretty simple lettering, modern calligraphy, and hand lettering. So calligraphy writing books, calligraphy journals, anything that shows a lot of calligraphy print on them would probably do pretty good. It's a fantastic gift for Christmas particularly. And again, a lot of the things that pop up in Christmas will be for gifts. Here we go, Booze and Vinyl, a spirited guide to great music and mixed drinks. That's a fantastic idea. Again, going back to this drinking theme and creating a brand around drinking and shit like that would be like really cool. Like I might even actually try to do it on my spare time. I'll have to brainstorm the thing a little bit more and then try to work on it. The most difficult thing, and with drinks, again, it might not be that difficult as I make it seem to be, but always the most difficult for me is to get an artist. Like the creativity and the brainstorming, I got that shit down. Like Speedy Gonzalez does evading Border Patrol. So I've got that shit down just like that. My big fat zombie goldfish box set. I have no idea how people come up with this shit, but guess what, guys and girls? A zombie goldfish sells. And here's another word search again. Word searches are hot during the holidays, it seems, because people are buying them like gifts. I mean, grandma, grandpa, you can't forget them. And who in the hell buys, what in the hell do you buy grandma and grandpa? Word search books. It's very clear and apparent that that is hot for the holidays. Let's take a look and see what else we got on these pages, and then we'll jump into coloring books and possibly even just Christmas in the title. Those are the two best things that I can think of for Q4. We've got mindfulness for teens, 10 minutes a day. That's awesome. Bob Ross bobbleheads. Somebody give me a squirrel over here. We need to see a squirrel somewhere. Legend of Zelda encyclopedia and World of Wonders and Praise, Fireflies, Whale Sharks, and Other Astonishment. That's just wonders. And cool. God Hears Her, 365 Devotions for Women by Women. That is a diary or a daily diary. It's doing very well. You could also do the same thing. It's not difficult, especially if you enjoy the Bible, and especially if you can take quotes or Psalms from the Bible, whatever in the heck people take from the Bible. The Ultimate Guide to Modern Calligraphy. Again, another calligraphy book. So calligraphy in writing is very popular. It clearly shows. And let's continue and see what else we see on these last two pages before we jump into coloring books specifically, and then we'll take a look at Christmas and possibly diaries and so something of that nature. Journals will also be hot because we're coming up into January. They're great gifts to give people that want to start new use, things of that nature. Every Man's Bible is right here. Here's pasta for grannies. The official cookbook, this pasta grannies. Again, that's something fantastic to give grandma and grandpa. So do not forget grandma and grandpa in November. Fill-in books for grandma and grandpa would also do well in November and December because they make fantastic gifts for you to fill in and delight the shit out of them, right? How to survive anything, a shark attack, lightning. That's kind of very interesting. That's very funny. What do you do with an idea? That's also a great one that reminds me a lot of Inception. All the things, how to draw books for kids. That's a great one. How to draw books do excellent. Here's more word search puzzles. So again, we can tell word search puzzles are very good. Also things having to do with God or Jesus, or sweet baby Jesus. You never forget sweet baby Jesus. We always include God and Jesus, Mother Mary, whatever, and sweet fucking baby Jesus. We cannot exclude him out of anything. The Mexican Home Kitchen, fantastic. Speedy Gonzalez would love a copy like that, as would I. We're both Mexican. Here we go. The Funster 100 print, large print, easy. Again, for grandma and grandpa. Don't forget, they can't see that well. You definitely don't want to leave them out of anything. You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings there. There's a lot of great things here. Illustrating Bible. Again, more Bibles. Doing great. Legend of Zelda must have come out because Legend of Zelda has a ton of books on the countdown here in December, which is crazy, unless it's one of the most gifted things that there is. Here we got a cookbook. Now, this guy really went out and outdid himself. The Shredded Chef, and he's naked. Like, I mean, what lady wouldn't like that? The Shredded Chef, right? The dude's half naked on the book. So, something to consider. If you've got a hot bod, show it off, and instead of the Shredded Chef, be the Rip Chef, be his competitor. Let's look at some title keyword searches. Let's go and look at coloring and see the first page of coloring and see how that works. And then we'll jump in there with the good old Christmas keyword, which should generate a lot of good stuff. So with coloring, here we got serial killers, because who doesn't like a gift like a great serial killer book for Christmas? Like that just goes to show the level of obsession people in America have with serial killers and killing things and roadkill and the kind of shit you got to turn away when you see. That is America for us. Here we go. Bible verse coloring book, which is fantastic. Here's something that I cannot even pronounce. Mythomorphia, an extreme coloring and search challenge. No idea what that means, but I guess if you don't know what it means, you probably click in there and peek around and poke around and figure out what the hell's happening. Playful Patterns coloring book. 100 baby animals. We've always talked about how baby animals are the bomb. And the bee's knees. 50 Shades of Bullshit. Here's a curse word book, which I got a video dropping on how to rank these puppies. That'll be fantastic. Who doesn't love horses during Christmas and enjoy the moment? Let's see. Coloring books for kids. Awesome animals. Again, animals just rocking it as our horses during the holidays. And it looks like that's about it. Unicorn Mermaid Princesses. And again, baby animals. Again, just crushing it. So let's look at one more word. And that word is going to be Christmas. We want to see what is selling hot for Christmas, and let's hope I can remember how to spell it. All right, here we go with Christmas. This is the last thing. We're going to take a look here and see what's selling well. Best kids Christmas jokes ever. So taking a theme that's popular all year round, and then directly relating it to what it is. You could also do best Thanksgiving jokes ever. That will probably sell well. A lot of people get together Thanksgiving. You probably see friends and family. You want to amaze them with your joking ability. And what better way to do it than cheesy, corny jokes that you find on the internet, right? The best Christmas pageant ever, Christmas baking. Doodle Dragons adult coloring book. Now this one came up because take a look at what they did. Great Christmas gifts. So all they did is they adjusted their keywords to include Great Christmas Gift $22.97. Has nothing to do with Christmas other than doodling dragons. So again, if you haven't already done that, add them to your bullets, add them to your title, add them to your back end just to pop up, along with pooping cats. Who doesn't like to see a good cat taking a dump? That is fantastic. You could also do the pooping cat coloring book. You could do the pooping dog coloring book. You do a lot of different things with pooping. You could do pooping baby animals. That is fantastic. Anything that poops, people buy. Melissa and Doug, the Berenstein Bears, and Madeline's Christmas, the Big Book of Christmas Mysteries. And let's look at one more. Let's speed go through this one since we don't have a lot of time here. All right, so speed round here through it. A good old-fashioned reindeer with some Christmas songs. How Crayons Saved Christmas, The Night Before Christmas. These still doing about $700. Calm and Cozy, an adult coloring book, feature relaxing Christmas winter scenes. So Calm and Cozy, people like to remain calm and cozy because they just spent a shit ton on their credit card, right? 100 Christmas Scenes. Here's a great one that is pretty generic that a lot of people can do. Chibi Girls for Christmas, an adult coloring collection with cute girls. And this must have Christmas on the back end because it popped up. Here is a Christmas cookbook, Nightmare Before Christmas. And let's see, that looks like that's about it. So yeah, you know, questions and comments below. I always personally answer them. I hope you got a great idea out of this one, and I will see you next time.